We're in an extremely perilous situation because the handbrake doesn't work on our tour van and we're slowly sliding down a sort of ravine in a Leeds car park right now.
A metaphor for our band.
Yeah, it's troubling, isn't it?
Nobody move. We're balancing right on the edge. Very slowly.
What's led up to this point, guys? Good decisions, bad decisions?
Sometimes I feel like being in a band is like Takeshi's Castle.
Sit back and relax as we spend the next half an hour redefining the word why.
It's like the first round of Takeshi Castle where you're opening all the doors and some of them are locked.
Yes.
Some of them have goblins behind them.
The coronavirus.
Which we've learned. Some of them open into open water and some of them you get through, but on the way through you get your hands
slapped.
in
And you
the
get your
doorframe.
head banged. You know, we're all in this big arena of Takeshi's Castle.
Are you not entertained?
Who wins? Does anyone ever win? Has anyone ever
I
won?
think one person won and then they made it way harder after that.
He became
Like
Prime
Rob-
Minister
he-
of Japan.
No.
We have got a winner on Takeshi's Castle Hole, the front page.
One person won and they had to change the rules forever to make sure they didn't happen again. Kind of like Robbie Williams, you know.
But who changed the rules?
They were like, he's done too well.
Oh, it was one of the big four.
Yeah, so they had to tighten up the ship, make
And
sure.
that's, yes. Poor Gary Barlow. He got to the final round where they were all shooting each other with the go-karts
cannons.
and the,
Yeah.
the water paper.
Yeah, and the other lads didn't take that. Whatever their names are. But yeah, so true. So Robbie steamed through Takeshi's gates and
that-
stole the crown and
Yeah.
became Prime Minister of Japan in the process.
What do they win, though? Absolutely nothing.
The new Lenny Kravitz video.
I was thinking about when I was watching that. That's him nude in the shower, just with his sunnies on. There's a lot going on. But I thought, are we ever going to be like rock stars? Do you know what I mean?
Baby.
Album 2.
Is that when that
You've already got the
happens?
name for album 2.
Yeah, boy.
Album 2, you establish yourself.
14 and that, and you'd knock about like drinking cider and that in parks.
Album 3, you start to get a bit big for your boots.
That rock and roll, eh?
So album
But
4,
do you
you're in
mean
your
the
prime.
kind of? You mean the kind of almost like old school rock star, rebellious
The
kind
look,
of
yeah,
the
like-
aviators, like tattoos,
Why aren't we-
6 packs and
Why aren't we tearing
smashing
it up?
hotel
Yeah.
stuff. We're not that band.
But maybe we should
Listen
be.
to us.
Yeah.
Do you think we should be though?
But I think it's a bit,
No.
It's not authentic to us.
It's a bit to do that, to trash hotel rooms.
Because they
and be a
say
bit
like, oh, rock and roll's dead, but as in that side of rock and roll is dead, and I think that bands who try and do that now is a bit try hard.
I think if we start trashing Premier Inns, so we're not going to get a good reputation for ourselves.
can't believe you've done this.
We'll get Lenny Henry after us.
We need to do.
We're staying here.
Negative, positive. A game we're making up now.
All right.
You say something negative, and I'll counteract it with something positive.
We're becoming more isolated in our communities.
Make some friends. Next.
All right. The world's overpopulated.
Well, there's more friends for you to make.
Yeah, very good. Pools of colour. It's kind of like an allegory. It's kind of just taking stock of the world as it is now, looking at it at different scales. How relevant is stuff that we care about versus the vastness of space, scale, indifference, and what was the main word? Insignificance.
Yeah, but crucially, it's got some absolute bangers on it.
Oh yeah. Okay. What's your favourite song off the album, Tom?
A song called Lullaby.
That's a goodie.
It's a little slower, cinematic, very melodic, which is that's the big resonator with me. Melody. It's got plenty of that.
What about you, Ed?
My one's Happiness Advantage, personal meaning, but I just think it's not like a traditional song. There's some singing in it, but it's really more of just a feel. The
Yes.
song is a feel, and it just takes you to a place. So that one's for me.
My favourite is... It's probably the only breakup song on our album. Is that right?
I think
That's quite good in an album. We haven't made a breakup album.
well, we haven't been dumped horrendously recently.
Well,
You did. Father Ted's Confessional.
what is a day in the life on tour with Junodream?
Wake up, roll out of bed, onto Jake lying on the floor. Go straight into the shower with Tom. Straight into the car
Will you be wanting the back pod, sir?
Put your wig on.
where Dougal's sleeping. Yeah. Make sure the toupee's still on. And then off we go. We're off, and then we go and sit in the car park outside of the city of interest that we're actually playing at.
Yeah. And then we all decide on different things that we want to do.
A few moments later.
Do none of them.
And then we play a great set, and then we don't speak to each other until we get home.
Well, we all like doing different things. So I'm more of a sort of walk, bird watcher sort of bloke, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you kind of like, I feel like you'd like Laser Quest or something.
Yeah.
Like, that's
true.
your dream day out is like eating too many sweets and going to Laser Quest. Whereas Tom, I feel like maybe you're, I don't know, what do you like doing? You're like a sort of ale spotter. You like go to pubs and
I am.
You've got a beer rating app.
I do, yeah.
It's just
That
when
is
you're at the bar and Tom's just sort of 4.6.
Yeah. I like
Bit
these
tart at
guys.
the end, but actually very warm.
Bit hoppy.
Huzzah!
And Dukes, what about you?
I'm a bird watcher.
Yeah.
No, I like walks. I like moments by myself often.
I know the city is noisy and dirty, so that's why I take me away.
There's a great crested grebe.
No, it's not. It's Ed's toupee.
Hey!
Flying in the wind.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I've left off. Good God.
Do you ever feel...
It's a
Ed's
crow. It's the
toupee.
biggest crow I've ever seen.
Nice. And that just about wraps up this episode of the Dreamcast. Any last words before we fall down the cliff?
I feel very positive about everything that's going. Wait, don't get that! Oh dear.
When will we grow up?